two teams that couldn't really have looked that much worse last week than what they did. The Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. Right now, look at the Wager Talk live odds screen. The Raiders, 2-point home favorites, total in the 37 range for this one. And both these teams have been plagued by poor quarterback play / poor offensive line play this season. Deshaun Watson, the fewest yards per pass attempt gained of any quarterback in the NFL this year. He got sacked 8 times against the Giants last week. They only had 217 total yards, 3.4 yards per play. They got injuries on the offensive line, although a lot of guys questionable in that regard. Only Wyatt Teller is expected to be out for sure. The Raiders had a box score that lied. They won yards per play 6.2 to 5.6 in a game where they trailed 36-7 and got a whole bunch of garbage time yards and points. But we're talking about a pair of teams, 1-2 straight up, 1-2 against the spread. If either team is going to do anything this season, this is kind of the week to get going. It's a very meaningful game for both squads. And of course, Antonio Pierce got some big headlines. I think there was definitely some individuals that made business decisions and will make business decisions going forward as well. We got our ass whooped. I would have booed us too. Those tend to be bet on type of quotes. There's a problem here, though, for the Raiders, and I would call it a fundamental mismatch at the line of scrimmage. Only one of these two teams has a potentially dominant unit. The Browns defense, when Myles Garrett is healthy, and Garrett's questionable right now. If Garrett plays, the Browns defense has, we're going to dominate the game potential. When you talk about coordinators, Luke Getsy versus Jim Schwartz. Luke Getsy, the Raiders OC, Jim Schwartz, the Browns DC. That, my friends, is a coaching mismatch. It really is. So Allegiant home field isn't worth a whole lot. Not like the Raiders have been these monsters against the spread at home. And when you talk about one unit that's capable of dominating, the only unit there is the Browns defense. So let's watch this injury report. I want Willis and or Conklin and or Garrett in the lineup for the Browns. If those guys end up playing, I think Cleveland is very worthy of a wager. Look, if you like this type of breakdown, we appreciate all of the support that we get at Wager Talk Media, wagertalk.com, and of course, all the great shows that we have here. Give us a like, give us a follow, and join more than the 170,000 who have subscribed to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Lawrence, back to you, my friend.
Teddy, what do you think of the total in this game? I like the under in all Cleveland games right now. And it's amazing how low all the totals are. Remember 2 years ago, every total was in the 50s.
So I'm concerned about the under here because I think the Browns defense has a chance to be very disruptive. That's the only, if you're creating defensive scores and getting field position in your favor, that can turn bad offenses into mediocre offenses very quickly. So
I haven't looked, but I'm guessing around 18 will be the team total under for the Raiders. I'm hearing maybe you like that.
Makes some sense. Wouldn't talk you out of it. 37, the prevailing number right now. I'm just looking at team totals right now. And the Raiders, I'm seeing 19.5 as the opening number, or the prevailing current number.